down to Peter Warrick. You're going to see Peter Warrick set up defensive backs, working over the middle, wide open in front of Damon Weishe.
They go to Preston, throws it complete. Warrick at the 5. Touchdown, Florida State. What a second effort by Peter Warrick.
Which will hold the linebackers. There's the play fake. Now Warrick's in the middle of the field. Linebackers can't catch up to him. Makes a good catch on a high throw and then works his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
14-7, just a 7.70 lead, but Kendra gets sharp. Hits 6 straight passes, 2 of them touchdowns. Great work by Peter Warrick. Juggles, hangs on, and gets the touchdown. Dan Kendra, his replacement, stepped in, looked good, and got some help from his very talented receivers. The juggling Peter Warrick. 42-yard score. Florida State wins 44-7.
He takes another stride. I think he's there. First down, play action. Deep drop for Busby, going up top again. In between defenders. Tipped, caught, touchdown. Peter Warrick.
Peter Warrick gets his 17th reception of the year. It's a touchdown, but watch this. I think Busby put too much air under it. Chad Scott, now watch 3. He's got great position. He's taller, but he jumps a little bit too early and stretches for it and just tips it right to Warrick. Look at this. He went up too early. Just barely got a hand on it and just tipped it right to Warrick. That's good defense in that. He played him well. He saw the play coming. He just mistimed his jump.
And Kendra, the straight drop. Flags on the play again. Straight out to Peter Warrick. He's in the end zone, a touchdown. He beat Lindy Washington again, but let's hold on and see what the flags are all about.
From offside on the defense, by rule, decline of the touchdown.
So the touchdown stands. Warrick in the end zone. Randy Moss, of course, spent time here at Florida State after being at Notre Dame. And Andre Wadsworth told us yesterday that not only is Randy Moss maybe the best basketball player he's ever played with, he may be the best athlete on the football field he's ever played with, and that was with apologies to Peter Warrick and E.G. Green in the catch. Kendra to the end zone, the catch made by Warrick.
Oh, what a catch.
Well, Wadsworth may want to take back that statement. A few more of those type catches.
I want to tell you something. Not only was the catch spectacular, but he came down and got a foot inbounds. Used that body, looked like another former Seminole here, like Freddie Bolitnikov.
On first down, play action. Deep ball for Warrick. He got it, and he'll score. Touchdown.
Oh, my.
How many acrobatic catches can one guy make in a day? 48 yards for the score.
I think you got to try some more. Perfect covered by David Evans. Watch this. He turns around, no interference, and it worked. Just goes over the top of him. The ball was put in a spot.
Laird to punt. High kick. Warrick waiting on it at the 10. Warrick got the corner. He might go. The punter to beat. Reverses field inside the 30. Warrick is going to score. 90 yards, touchdown.
Punt coverage of the day. No one gets outside over here. It forces them back to all the stuff. Troy Saunders got a great block to the outside. Might have been a clip towards the end of it, but no way Warrick's going to get stopped by a punter. He runs through that arm tackle. Looked about like me the way I tackle. Troy Saunders comes up, gets his face in the way of a block right there, and Peter Warrick is having a Heisman day of himself. And that was the fear. Remember a year ago with a 79-yard punt. This time, it's a 90-yarder.
Busby got a man out there. And it's who else? Warrick down the sideline. Warrick takes it. Touchdown. 80 yards.
I'm absolutely dumbfounded.
I have never seen so much air go out of such a big orange balloon in my life.
I'll tell you how dumbfounded we are. Everybody grabbed their media guides. from Florida State. A mistake in the secondary that time. To the outside, I think it was Michael Allen. Stopped 1 second to the outside.
And in that little car, what was that car you were driving? 52 Cadillac. Without power steering, almost killed me. You look good, though. That's made for fat old men. This is Warrick putting on a show. It's touchdown. No, he didn't get in. Did he? Oh, I don't think he made it.
Well, we talked about it, and Peter knows what he needs to work on is his consistency. He looks like he may be banged up a little bit, but after that great day that he had last week, he says, I fumbled a punt and I dropped the pass, and I need to be more consistent. He has 4.3 speed, and that's why they want to keep getting him the ball.
So a gain of 2 and a 2nd and 8. Busby, time. Oh, what a catch from the shoestrings. It's Warrick. Now he's moving. He's untouched. He'll work into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. The big play of 56 yards to Peter Warrick. He's going to come all the way across and make a shoestring catch right off the turf, and then work his way all the way back to the offense's left. Gets a couple of blocks downfield, but most of it is just those 2 legs moving quicker than everyone else's.
Busby going for the end zone. Got him. Touchdown, Florida State. Peter Warrick just outguessed him and outjumped him.
And then give him 1 home run throw here to Peter Warrick, just hanging it up against Antoine Harris, number 26. Peter Warrick shows you the kind of athlete he is. Concentration and jumping up for the ball.
3rd and goal. Busby to the end zone. Peter Warrick, touchdown. Peter Warrick gets his 8th touchdown catch of the year.
25-second clock still not running. It must be now malfunction. To the end zone. It's caught. Warrick, touchdown. Went around the defender, came back. The ball hit him on the numbers. He caught it and took it in.
34 carries. That's a Florida State record. First down, Winky. Play action. Plenty of time, and he's got Warrick wide open over the middle of the football field. Can you believe this? On the first play from scrimmage, Warrick to the end zone.
Let me say it again. You don't want to give a knockout puncher the first shot. The left hand to your screen. It's a play action. Everybody sucks up. Now he looks down to the right. There he is, just splitting the zone, and he's wide open. There's nobody in a red jersey even around him. Touchdown, Warrick. Jason Perry, I guess, was the closest. He was the safety, but look at this. He just runs in the seam, and Wanky just throws it perfectly. Now, Chris Wanky, you know, there were some question marks about him.
So good field position for the Seminoles, trailing 7-3. 11:46 remains in the quarter. Winky looking for it all. Peter Warrick, end zone, touchdown! No flag. 30-yard touchdown reception for Peter Warrick. 3rd and 12 from the I formation. Wanky, lots of time. Looking, end zone, Warrick has it. Touchdown, Seminoles! He was graced by Lamar Grant and comes away with the football. A 22-yard touchdown reception by Peter Warrick, his 2nd of the night.
So now we're ready to go. There's the man of the hour, Peter Warrick.
Watch the alley-oop out here on these 2. There it is. 6.
In a situation like that, when you've got that much time, the receiver comes back and says, all right, I'm going to go inside and sell it really hard, and he knows it's going to take a little more time, and then break to the outside. You only call it that way, you only run it that way when you know the offensive line is going to give you the time.
Double wide receiver to the top of the screen. Play fake, Winky, pump fakes. Now going deep down the sideline. Ball is underthrown and taken away by Peter Warrick. Warrick trying to outrun Al Blades, and he does for a touchdown.
You know he's going to come up and make a big play. That one went for 62 yards. Wanky on the outside to Peter Warrick for the Florida State touchdown. His quarterback just wanted to give him an opportunity to go up and catch the football on the out and up, and that's exactly what happened. Wanky goes, he starts with play action and pumps to the outside. Really, the timing was thrown off. Wanky puts it up, a hope and a prayer. He throws it to the best player on the field, and he outjumps number 3, Nick Ward of the Hurricanes, and he outraces number 7, Al Blades, for the Seminole touchdown.
Lots of play action, and again play action. Wanky stepping up, going deep again. That time he's got Peter Warrick for the touchdown.
That was worth the price of admission. One of the best defensive backs in Antoine Edwards, one of the best receivers in Peter Warrick.
He's got him open. That's Warrick, and he will score. Third down and an absolute acre, and they throw a 44-yard touchdown pass as they get Warrick open. And this is an example of what you were talking about, of getting a home run. Jackson and Franklin, the tight ends in the ball game. First and goal, the ball at the end. But it's a touchdown to Warrick, his second of the night. He just got Bostic turned completely around.
Well, it's a nice route, Ron, because you work inside, and all of a sudden Jerry Caldwell's trying to cover him too, but he bends back outside, and Chris Winky makes the fake to the right side, comes back to the left side. He's wide open.
Oh, Everybody thinks they can get us now.
They do.
Reverse to Warrick. Gets a block from Winky. And he'll down and away, and the third touchdown of the night by Warrick.
That's a basketball move you'd think it was Michael Jordan. Wow. He faked about 3 defenders.
9:15, now 9:14. It's Dubins in motion. Winky pumps once, and he's got him wide open. Warrick can just run under it, and he will. Touchdown, Florida State, 56 yards.
Peter Warrick is going to run a post pattern. Dre Bly turns him over to the safety, and the safety's not there. I think that pump fake by Chris Winky affected the safety. And
Florida State with a first down at the 21-yard line after the missed field goal. Chris Winky pump fakes, wants to go deep left sideline. Peter Warrick
got it in stride. He's gone. 79-yard touchdown.
He knows it's going to be an out and up. He's got plenty of time. He pushes now. No speed. Look at the breakaway by Warrick. A deep ball. Chris Winky is one of the best deep ball throwers in college football. And that guy, they got to move back. I think they just got to move back and corner, right?
Stays at tailback. Warrick is off to Outson's left. And again, they're going to throw it on first down. Almost on the deflection. Peter Warrick. 10-yard line. Cuts back. Touchdown. Seminoles. You know, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. For Florida State, Peter Warrick is good and lucky as the ball goes right off the hands of Marquand Manuel. And look at that running ability of Warrick's. Nobody in the country runs with the ball any better than Peter Warrick after the catch. An old-fashioned defensive war. Two schools. A couple 100 miles apart. And here's Warrick again on the end around to throw it deep. Got him! Touchdown, Dugans! Florida State, 46 yards. Peter Warrick, a high school quarterback. Jeff Chaney's in the ballgame, number 24. He gives Peter Warrick a nice handoff. What a great pass. And what a way to come back from a penalty. The holding on Warrick, he doesn't let it bother him. He goes out, executes perfectly.
Surgery, making his mark here. They run a reverse again for Warrick. Turn back inside. Bounces off Michael Boone. That's an awful lot of running and still going, and he's going to score. Unbelievable. Peter Warrick, 20 yards. Keep
getting it to Peter. You don't want to block anybody. He'll just run through everybody. Watch this. This is balance, this is determination, and this is power.
Wanky comes out as a wide receiver at the bottom of the screen. This is Warrick at quarterback with the draw. Touchdown, Florida State. Well, they're opening up the playbook like Bobby Bowden said. He does it all. A 17-yard touchdown run. Florida State's had a 2.5 minutes already in the second half. They're going for the corner. Here's Warrick at the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. Peter Warrick. Warrick ends up one-on-one coverage. The eyes of the quarterback gets big because Jamar Clark gets beaten on the play.
First quarter, it's already 21-0 Florida State. Peter Warrick back to field the punt. He'll take it off one hop, cut left, weave through the defense, and start thinking about the Heisman. 75 yards for the score. 28-zip Noles halfway through the first quarter.
Before having to defend their own red zone. First and goal at the 3. Wanky back to throw. Wanky over the middle as a receiver complete. It's Warrick for the touchdown. Lamar Grant covering, but Peter Warrick has scored through the air for the 3rd time this season. First and 10, Florida State at the Duke 39. Wanky to the flats. Warrick at the 30. Jukes past one tackler, has some interference in front of him. Touchdown, Florida State. Lavernius Coles with a great block at the 10, and Peter Warrick has scored for the 2nd time today.
We talked about it, yards after the catch. See a little bit of pressure. Now watch this. There's a whoops, one of those cartoon moves, and at this point, had it been flagged, he still scores.
First and goal at the 2. Kendra Minor, the setbacks. There's the fake pitch, and Wanky going for the end zone. Again to Peter Warrick for the 3rd time today. Peter Warrick, 3 scores here in the first quarter. One from 2, one from 39, and another from 2 yards out. 3rd drive of the afternoon that started on Duke's side of the football field for Florida State. Here is Warrick, and he's back to pass. His 2nd pass of the season, complete for a touchdown to Lavernius Coles. Bobby Bowden says we'd like to have a new wrinkle for Peter Warrick every week. There's your wrinkle.
Charlie McBride's guys got caught on that one. Gets it out to Warrick. That's a face mask. Let's see if we get a flag. There comes the flag, and he's loose. Warrick is going to take it the distance for the touchdown of 50 yards.
What a great play by Peter Warrick. Catches the little flare pass, and watch the moves here. Stop, 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 and go.
He didn't just beat one. He had 2 guys going the wrong direction.
Poor tackling here late in the ball game. They played great defense all night, then finally allowed the big play.
Chris Wanky looking for Warrick, who was open all day. The 6-yarder here. Wanky threw for 6 scores in this one, looking for the wide open Warrick. You might want to cover that guy. 35-3 Florida State. On the play, Warrick broke Torrey Holt's ACC record for career receiving yards, and the Noles cruise 49-10.
Here's Wanky. This is Warrick now. 4th guy playing quarterback.
Warrick reverses his field. What a move! Touchdown!
Sean, how about Bobby Bowden? He says, Steve, if you want to play 2 quarterbacks, that's fine. I'll play 4 different guys at quarterback. I'm going to get the football in the hands of my best player, and I'm going to let him do his thing. I mean, this play is designed to go the left all the way. Stop, pivot, let's come back the other way, and he picks up a block by his quarterback, Chris Wanky, to get him in the end zone. Peter Warrick, the most dangerous football player in America when he has his hands on the ball.
First and 10. Pump fake. Looking home run again. Hello, Mr. Warrick. In a foot race. Hello, end zone. Knowles strike first.
That's who they're going after, the free safety right there. They know that Sorensen doesn't have the speed to get there. You spread the field, you look for your mismatch, and you attack the mismatch. Look to the unspoken communication between the quarterback. There it is. You got to have the slant, you got to fake the slant, and there's the skinny post, and you do it against the slowest defender, a guy who played quarterback. I know it's quarterbacks. We can't play free safety against Peter Warrick.
Here's Peter Warrick back to return this punt. And Pulley blocked the last punt. Cheney scooped it up and scored a touchdown. Second touchdown by the Noles. And so he rushes this one. That sometimes happens after a block punt. One hop. Warrick says, let's go. And alley. 40-yard line. And a race won't catch him. Hello, end zone. A 59-yard punt return for a touchdown.
Brent picks it up off the bounce. Peter Warrick's only touched the ball 2 times in this game, just like last year. The only difference from last year, 2 touches, 2 touchdowns.
This is the first punt return for a touchdown against Virginia Tech since September 17th, 1988. That's over a decade.
Or either bring her here or just live with me.
That's a great thought. Here's Winky going deep. Warrick's all alone. Penalty flags down. Touchdown. Touchdown. Florida State. 43 yards. And Peter Warrick, a night of redemption, his 3rd touchdown of this championship game.
Play action pass. Winky throws it too late. Does not throw it far enough. Watch. Warrick has to reach back. Gets hit, ball bobbles, and he makes the catch. Great concentration. Interference would have been called. Remember, college, it would have been just a 15-yard penalty. Look at that concentration from Peter Warrick. Cleveland Brown fans, are you watching? Is this the guy you take? Give Tim Couch some firepower.